What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Shit Show. I'm one of your hosts, Anthony Costanzo. With me, as always, Brian Rooney,
What's up?
Matthew Lemary.
Hello, all.
How you guys doing?
Yeah, right.
Pretty good.
It's been a while.
Yeah, that's whose fault?
All of ours?
I want to say I was ready to go.
Listen, Brian, just because we lead interesting lives, don't pin this on us.
Sorry.
So, what city are you brought to us by today?
Elkhorn, Wisconsin.
A fan
Alright.
favorite. A fan favorite.
Yeah, if it sounds like it's in the middle of nowhere, that's because it is.
Tell us of your experiences of the Elkhorn.
Well, before we get into that, since we missed a week, I just want to jump right into our little competition we had. We had some good entries, and I want these to be read before we.
Brian always likes to jump into things. He always prefaces it with, "I'm gonna jump right into." That's how I know for sure.
So,
Oh my God.
to remind everybody listening that forgot or just didn't listen, so we had a little contest to send in pretty much hate mail towards Rob in Detroit.
Poor Rob.
Yeah. So I'm gonna start with. I already think we have a winner. I'm gonna save that one for last. But again, we didn't pick a winner yet since you guys don't know them. But I'm pretty confident that's gonna be it. So I'm gonna save that one for last.
For everybody listening, the rules here are very official.
No, official rules are we just pick somebody. That's it. It's official.
Yeah, okay, that seems pretty good.
Okay. So we're gonna start here. Derek. He says Rob calls you guys gay constantly. Takes a gay to know a gay. I mean, not very creative, but thank you. I'm just gonna make fun of everyone. I need to stop. Alright, so moving along. We got one from Rob that simply just says, Rob, you give Robs a bad fucking name. Fucking go to hell.
Wait, from a different Rob.
Yeah, different Rob.
All right, because that would have been the winner if it was actually from him.
We didn't get an email from Rob. Surprising. Maybe he's dead. All right. So, next one from Justine says, Rob's gayer than Neil Patrick Harris riding a unicorn over a rainbow.
It's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Good.
It's definitely up there for an honorable mention. Okay.
So wait, you're reading them. You already picked a winner.
Well,
Who's running this contest?
Well, I picked my winner, but it's got to be a vote. I mean, I'm just 1/3.
Okay. Well, let's keep the entries a little more open-minded as you're reading them.
No,
Let's pretend it's a contest.
I'm gonna be honest and say my mind is made up on the winner. But
you're being honest. You're jumping right in. You're jumping right in on this.
But that doesn't mean you guys are gonna pick it as a winner.
Okay. All right. Let's continue.
So next is from Matt, and I don't think it's from you, Matthew, but a different Matt.
It's not. I don't even know what the email address is, to be fair. So it's definitely not me.
This says, I want Rob to accidentally sit on a huge black cock, and by accident I mean rape.
Wow.
I like that one. All right, this is from Teresa.
Jesus Christ.
This says, Rob is just jealous he doesn't have a mediocre at best show with minimal listenership.
How is that not the winner? How is that not the winner?
Oh, it's so good.
How is that not the winner?
Well, I saved that for second to last because that one I was going back and forth. Back and forth. That was
Who was that one?
Teresa.
Who's my new favorite listener?
Oh, man.
That's so good.
Now, this is the one. Now, like I said, I was bouncing back and forth between that one and this one. This is what I decided my vote is going towards. This is from Dennis. Now, I'm going to read it the way that I think he would want it to be read. You ready?
Thanks for explaining beforehand.
Now, I'm no biologist. All
That's
right.
it.
Oh,
Done.
he has a little more after that. So, now I'm no biologist, but Rob from Detroit should not be able to reproduce. That's where my vote's going.
Oh man, that's good.
So, I mean,
Oh, so
That's
God bless
good.
that guy, huh?
yeah, that's a listener right
I
there.
mean,
That's a fan.
he hit a sore spot, a sweet spot with the evolution quote. Ryan, I'm still going with Teresa's comment. I think
Yeah.
it's fantastic and it's accurate and it's amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty solid. I gotta go with Teresa also.
All right. Well, I'm overruled.
I was waiting for Brian to be like, well, he wins anyway, because, you know.
Because I already
Let's just
sent
jump
him
right
the
in.
gift card.
Oh, so I'm sorry, did these people tell you what they wanted? Because wasn't that part of it?
Yeah. So,
God.
what Teresa wanted, she said she's an avid PlayStation player and she really wants Rogue Legacy, which is only $16.99. So she only wants a $16.99 gift card, but I don't think that's possible. So you'll probably get either a full 20 or 25.
Awesome.
Wow.
Yeah. Dennis wanted
Nice.
something similar. He wanted a PlayStation Network card as well. So honorable mention to Dennis with his evolution. You had my vote. You just didn't win over the other two.
Why don't you give him one too? Why not?
Why not?
You get a card and you get a card.
Apparently, this podcast turned into the Oprah Winfrey Show. Everyone's a winner. Fuck Oprah. All right.
Oh God, here he goes.
No, I'm not going on an Oprah rant. Not this time. I have other things to rant about.
No. What do you have against Oprah? So Batman's a billionaire, Oprah's a billionaire.
No, I
I've
think
seen-
he went on a crazy ass rant about Oprah. I don't want to hear it again.
Okay. That's enough for me to drop it for sure.
In a nutshell, Matt.
Weren't you here? You know, he probably wasn't listening because you were being so outlandish.
I tend to tune out the really just awful tangents and rants.
In a nutshell, it was just I don't like Oprah because I feel like she thinks that she runs black people, well, black women. Like she's the ruler of black women, and you could fuck off. You're not. That's it. Very simple. Oh man. So we're gonna try to go.
All right, let's jump right in and something else, huh?
So I cut a piece of my finger off.
Oh,
Do tell.
Take
That
a
wasn't
page-
pleasant.
taking
So
a page out of my book.
do you know what a mandolin is?
Yeah, the thing to cut up vegetables.
Vegetable guillotine?
Yeah.
Ooh, I was gonna guess violin but smaller, but continue.
That actually is probably accurate too. So this is a mandolin slicer. But so this thing, I don't know if you've ever seen one, Matt. Brian knows what I'm talking about. It's basically there's this it's a slab. It kind of looks like a guillotine, and you keep sliding vegetables over it and cutting them.
Yep.
All right.
Familiar.
It's got a nice little safety thing that you put on top that holds the vegetable, so that you don't cut your finger. Except for when that thing goes flying across the room somehow because the vegetable got stuck, and then your finger goes through the mandolin. So I had a quarter-inch fry cut out of my pinky.
What's the vegetable that did it?
Peppers. Bastards.
Was it
So-
worth it?
What color pepper?
Oh no, that went in the garbage. Green.
Well, there's your problem.
You know, it's one of those things. It's like there's a number of things that happened that, like, when I think back about it, like how easily avoidable this was, and the most, like, the craziest one is when we were in the store. I was like, "Do we want peppers in this?" If I had just said no, this would have not happened at all.
Wow.
But anyway, so that cuts off. It's bleeding real good. I go to the urgent care facility. So
Yes.
first,
City MD.
it was I don't know. It was called urgent care facility.
Oh, I see. They're usually real subtle in the healthcare.
I
Sure
like to go
is.
where it's really straightforward.
You're in urgent need of care, so I get it.
Right, exactly. So I get down there. They unwrap it. They're like, "Ugh." And they flush it out with just some clean water, whatever. And they're like, the doctor comes in to see how the nurse is doing, who's triaging my wound, and he goes, "Yeah, there's nothing we could do about that. Just wrap it up." I was like, "All right," because the only reason I'm here is it's been 4 hours.
You hear me right now? I lost Anthony.
We lost Anthony.
Oh, Anthony's talking to nobody. Now he's giving us the hold on. I think his controller died. I don't really know here.
All right.
We're back.
Battery went dead. So
Wait,
doctor comes in.
wait. You didn't plug it in?
It didn't go dead. Just turned off. It's like, oh, you're not using this.
I see.
All right.
Yeah, whatever. All right. So the doctor, I don't know where I cut off, but the doctor came in and said, yeah, I couldn't do anything about it. Just wrap it up. And the reason that I went there is that it's been bleeding for 4 hours and felt that maybe they could do something about that. So
Right.
they wrap it up real good. Send me home with some extra stuff to wrap up, like so I could change the bandage. Great. Next day comes and goes. Well, wake up in the morning, unbandage it, clean it a little bit, and it starts bleeding over again. So I was like, awesome. So I wrap it up real tight, and I was like, maybe I'll just give it the full 24 hours and rebandage it and check it tomorrow and then go in if it's still bleeding. So it's bandaged again. This morning comes. I unwrap it, and all of a sudden, it just starts spurting blood out again. So I wrap it up and go back down to the urgent care. I was like, yeah, so I was in here Sunday, and I got my finger cut, and it's still bleeding, and the doctor sent me back, and he's like, all right, give me a minute. Also, these people here, these are like the nicest doctors and nurses I've ever talked to. They were awesome. So anyway, call me in. They take a look at it. The nurse triages it again. She opens it up, cleans it out a little bit. All right, she goes, okay, yeah, let me call the doctor in. Doctor comes in and goes, clearly that other doctor had no idea what he was doing. And I was like, that's what I want to hear. So she's
About
like,
someone he works with.
yeah, exactly. So she's like, so she cleans it up, very gentle, doesn't hurt at all. She cleans it real good. Then she goes, all right, we have like a couple different methods we could try. She's like, we're just gonna start doing them. I was like, all right. So she dabs it clean, and then she uses lidocaine. You know what that is?
Yeah, it's a local anesthetic.
Right. She said that it shrinks capillaries.
Oh.
And the problem is that there's a snipped capillary, and that's why it keeps bleeding and it won't close up. So I was like, all right, great. So she puts that in there, holds like some cotton on it for a little while, and it just keeps coming through. She's like, all right, that didn't work. Moving on to phase 2. So she leaves. She's like, I'll be right back. She leaves. She comes back with an envelope, opens the envelope. Inside is what appears to be a packing peanut, but don't worry, it's medicated. So she shapes this styrofoam packing peanut into the hole the size of my finger, and then she shoves it inside of the wound and tapes it up. She goes, all right. She's like, what I could do? She's like, I'm here until 10. She goes, you can go home. If it bleeds through this, come back and we'll try something else. She's like, or you can stay for 20 minutes and we can make sure. It's like, all right.
Mystery box. Mystery box.
Yeah. So I was like, I'm gonna stay. She goes, great. Like she's really excited. And I was like, oh, all right. So she breaks an ice pack thing, puts it on my finger. Also, that was really cool. Those ice packs that are just some sort of chemical and they're room temperature crack it and it's ice immediately.
Yeah, they're like the glow sticks of the coldness world.
Yeah, that's amazing. Brian, are you here? Because your thing just started spinning.
Oh, I'm here, don't worry.
All right, cool. So I put that on. She's like, all right, I'm going to be back in 20 minutes. So she leaves. She goes out of the room. Actually, best part of this, the nurse thought that I was getting woozy from the blood, but she doesn't realize that I was just completely exhausted. So I'm sitting there, and she asked me a bunch of times before she left the room the first time. She's like, are you going to be okay? And I was like, I'm fine. The doctor goes to leave the room. She clips her foot on the little table that I've got my hand rested on. She falls into the wall. And then she catches her footing, goes to open the door. At which point the nurse swings the door open really quickly,
Oh.
almost blasts her in the face, and goes, "Oh, I thought he fainted." so I'm sitting there, got this ice thing on my packing peanut finger, and I'm waiting. 20 minutes go by. She comes back in. She's like, "All right, let's see how we're doing." She takes the ice pack off. She takes the packing peanut off, and it's like the blood is congealed, but it's not completely stopped. So I was like, "Oh God." She goes, "All right, there's one more thing we could do." She was like, "I was saving." Oh, before she said that, she tried to move the wound like together. She was like, "Yeah, I can't even get these pieces to touch, so I can't even stitch you." I was like, "Great." So she goes to get this other stuff, which looks like Have you ever seen a barbecue matchstick? Gigantic matchstick.
Yeah.
Right, so you could light the coal. It looks like that. She takes one of those out of this big packaging thing, and she runs it under cold water, which apparently activates the chemical. Don't remember what this one was called. Basically, what she's about to do is give me a chemical burn to cauterize the wound.
All right.
So she puts that in there. She's like, "All right, I'm not entirely sure how bad this is gonna hurt."
That's what you want to hear.
Well, at least we're being honest. so she runs it under the cold water. She puts it in my finger, and I'm like, "Oh, I don't feel anything." I was like, I'm wondering at this point, am I gonna lose the finger? So she's got it in there. I was like, "Okay, this is fine. This is fine." And then in an instant, I went from feeling absolutely nothing to my whole hand feeling like it was on fire. And I was like, I feel that. And then she poured cold water over it, and it completely cancels out the effect of it. So it started to work on part of my finger, but it wasn't done yet. So we had to go again. So she does another one, puts it in, same thing. It starts to get like ridiculous. So she pours cold water over it. And she's like, and it's pretty much stopped bleeding at this point. There's just a little bit coming out. And she's like, "All right." She goes, "That's enough." I was like, "Honestly, if you feel like it's better to finish it off, just do it, because I don't really feel like coming back, and I want to be done with this whole thing because it really sucks." She's like, "All right." She's like, "Are you sure?" I was like, "Yeah, do it." So she puts the thing in there, burns me again, and I'm like, get to the point where I'm like, "Okay, this is unbearable." So she goes to pour the cold water over it. I was like, no, don't. I was like, I want this one to take effect. So I'm just sitting there, and I'm just like, "Jesus Christ, Jesus Christ, Jesus Christ, Jesus Christ." She's like, "Are you sure you don't want me to pour the water over it?" I'm like, "No, I'm good." Well, in the end, she wrapped it up again. Oh, by the way, it immediately turns the wound completely black. It's really gross looking. But it's all clotted up now, it seems, and it seems to be okay. I was like, "Oh, so when should I?" Oh, she sends me home. She goes, "Oh yeah, if it starts bleeding through the bandage, come back." And I was like, "Really?" But either way, I'm not supposed to work because I type all day.
Wow. So you're on like medical leave.
Yeah, until Thursday, she said.
Are you really on medical leave, or are you just burning sick days?
What? Oh, I don't know. It doesn't really matter. If I'm burning sick days, I just started. The sick days are gonna be over in January some point anyway, so it's like whatever.
Nice.
But yeah. So that sucks. That's my story. I'm wrapped up real good right now,
Wow.
and I was like, "When should I change the bandage?" He goes, "Don't change it until tomorrow morning."
I'm just picturing you going there with the first doctor, and being like having it all wrapped up. Whatever, you have like dish rags around it and shit, and you're like, "I cut myself," and he's like, "Oh, let's do it." Go.
Well, it's funny. The nurse was like, "Wow, that's a good one." I was like, "All right, let's not do this. Let's not play this game." And the doctor looked at it, and he's just like, "Yeah, there's nothing we can do."
I like that we're talking workman's comp though. Like you cut your finger a little bit, but like in our world where we all work in offices, like what do you really need other than your hands? But you use your hands though. Well, yeah. Like when you think workman's comp, you're like, oh, dude fell off a ladder. That's the first thing I think of.
Ooh, speaking of that, while I was in the room for 20 minutes, a guy did come in. And apparently he was walked in with one of his buddies that he worked with, and he goes, "Excuse me." I just hear this all through the wall because apparently they're paper thin. He's like, excuse me, miss. I work for the city of Hoboken. I am a construction worker. This guy was just hit with 222 volts, fell off the ladder, broke his leg, that whole thing. I was like, what the hell is going on outside? And he's like, I'm gonna leave him here with you. I was like, all right.
He had somewhere else to go?
Back to work.
Yes, he had to go back to work. I have no idea.
That is workman's comp, right?
Yeah. And here I am with my finger. I'm like, damn.
You're feeling like grandma's boy, like you just burned your hands.
I go outside. I go out there. He's like in the chair with his broken leg. I show him my pinky, and I'm like, the struggle is real, my friend. Oh God.
Wow.
I should have just left. I should have been like, I could take care of this.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know if that was an accurate measurement. That's exactly what the guy said. Did anybody know how many volts or you can be hit with, or how that works exactly? I don't know anything about that shit.
What did he say?
220?
222. 222, exactly the number he said.
I feel like if he knows the exact voltage, I feel like this could be an attempted homicide because he was looking at some sort of meter as he shot this man.
My favorite though is fell off the ladder, broke his leg. That whole thing.
Oh my God. So I had a problem today.
Code Brown situation?
Yeah. For those of you that don't know, when we worked in the pizzeria, Code Brown pretty much meant I gotta take a shit. And then, someone had to make sure it was okay for you to go shit. So,
believe it or not, in the food industry, they don't like you announcing I have to go take a shit.
So that's where Code Brown would come in. So I had a Code Brown today, and I had nowhere to go. So I hate going in public bathrooms. Hate it. I like going in my house or the hotel, and that's it. I don't like. I don't like it. It's almost like a phobia. I hate it. So
now, isn't a hotel a public bathroom?
Well, no, I mean
it's more privatized.
Yeah, it's private in your room.
Privatized public bathroom. Got it.
So
it's his own rented public bathroom for now.
Exactly. I'm like Marshall from How I Met Your Mother. I've contemplated checking into hotels to take a shit.
You have to go read a magazine. I got you.
Yeah.
My camera's just moving.
Now they do have bathrooms in the first floor of hotels. Now, would you consider that a public restroom,
Yes.
even though it's in a hotel?
Yeah, I'm talking about the bathroom in my room, so there's no one coming in as I'm doing my business.
Okay.
So
I like that you call it your business.
Yeah. So I really got to go at this point. It's bad.
He is a businessman. If we could just recall quickly, he is a businessman.
I don't think that was ever recorded onto an episode.
Doesn't matter. Self-proclaimed businessman. Now we know the truth behind it.
In the business of business. So, all right. I really got to go. It's bad. I had just finished something I was doing with work, and I had a 20-minute break. And I'm working in it's a small department store. So they have a bathroom, but I was like, my hotel's about an hour away. Maybe I can tell them something came up. I can go and come back. I'm like, nah, that's not gonna work. And I'm like, I won't even make it that hour. I need to go now. So I get the courage. I go into this bathroom. And, of course, there's always the handicap stall, and who's not going to choose that one? I mean, more room to poo. So I choose that one. I sit down, I'm going, and then you always...
I hope there's somebody in a wheelchair waiting for you when you get out.
No. So you're always hoping, no one comes in as you're going. So I hear the door open, and I just freeze. I'm like, if I don't move and don't make a sound, maybe no one will know I'm in here. So I'm just...
The thing is, though, I mean, I will go to the bathroom. I mean, when I gotta go, I gotta go. But I completely get that. I have that
Yeah.
exact mentality.
Legit, I haven't done anything crazy like lifted my legs off the ground to to blend in with the surroundings, but I have I shit you not, no pun intended, put my hand over my mouth before to lower the breathing audibles. As if a murderer has just entered the bathroom and I need not let him know I am in there.
Awesome.
So I freeze. I'm not moving. I hear him flush and like an asshole, not wash his hands. I see the door open and he goes out. But as soon as I hear that door open, I'm like, all right, he's gone. And I start moving. I'm just about done. Like, ready to like call it quits and get up and go wash my hands. And the door opens again. I'm like, shit! And I just freeze again. So, same thing. I'm frozen, except this guy actually washed his hands. Good for him. He leaves, and as I'm washing my hands, I'm like, I'm just expecting like there to be people out there like, we know what you did, like just expecting that. Like as I exit.
Why is that?
I don't know. I walk out. I immediately like look around. Like, does anyone see me exit here? Like anyone see? But it was terrifying. And then I went to work, finished everything I had to do, and now I had to go somewhere else. I had like a 2-hour break, or maybe a little longer. I don't remember exactly. So I drove over to the other site, and there's a mall right across the street. So I'm like, I'll go walk around the mall, see what kind of trolls and shit are wandering the mall at like 3 in the afternoon on a Tuesday. I was not disappointed. The amount of
God.
the amount of like Sasquatch sightings and hobbits that I saw.
What was that first word? That first word?
Sasquatch?
I feel like you're close.
He's really trying. He's trying.
Okay.
I try.
Okay.
So yeah, like it was like a lot of fucking freaky people in there. I mean, you're again.
Sasquatch and caverns and trolls.
Yeah, so some of the things I saw a whole bunch of like cavemen, like really like long hair and beards, like just fucking weird. Then I saw 2 pregnant like children walking. It was like a Spanish girl and a white girl like walking through the mall. No guy and no parents like they should have, and they both have like pregnant stomachs going on. They're like 12, and it's like you can tell they're not fat. They're pregnant by the way the stomach is. Like, wow, like how are both of you pregnant? Like, how does that work? Was it a threesome that just got really shitty? Like, it was very weird. Like they both looked.
What?
What? What?
Why can't 2 people be pregnant? I'm very confused.
Well, they were like 12 years old and looked about the same like pregnant area. Like they both had like pretty big like ready to pop stomachs. Like they're 12.
Brian, there's 7 billion people on Earth.
Oh, hang on, Matt. He was being very technical with the pregnant area.
Got it. The hoo-hoo.
Oh God. And I'm walking. I have another good story from this mall that happens after this. So I'm walking. I'm looking at the directory. I'm hungry. I want something to eat. And it's like, oh, outside the mall, it's showing a Buffalo Wild Wings. I love Buffalo Wild Wings. Let me go over there. So I walk in, and of course, there's a hostess. And like, oh, how many? I gotta be like, just me. Gotta love that. That doesn't get old. So I'm like, just one. I'll go to the bar. So I go to the bar. I sit down. The bartender, and this is the way to do it. It's happy hour. I'm on break from work, so I'm not like anticipating drinking. And she goes, "It's happy hour, $3 tall drafts. What beer am I getting you?"
Nice.
I'm like, well,
That's sales. That's sales right there.
so she got even better with her sales. So I'm like, well,
He's like, I'm on the wagon, but it's $3.
Ain't nobody get a wagon that cheap.
so I said to her, I'm like, well, I'm actually on break from work. I got to go work in a little bit. She goes, that sounds like the best reason to drink. So I went, you know what? All right. Give me something. I don't care what it is. And she gave me an Oktoberfest. Yeah. And when I was done with that one, she's like, so, you buzzed for work? I'm like, No, it was one beer. I'll be
Wow.
okay for work. She goes, good.
Tell me she gives you a shot.
No, she goes, good. This one's on me. Gives me another one. Oh God! I'm like, well, good thing I'm walking to work because it was right in like the same like parking lot. Because I mean, fuck.
As Brian walks on an angle to the other building.
So this wonderful bartender is getting me all like sauced up before work, and so I had to walk to the other side of the mall. So I decided to walk through the mall to get to the other side of the parking lot. So as I'm going to the door, this guy standing there, and he's like, "Yo, got any spare change?" I'm like, "Fuck, like, am I home?" So my initial response was, like, this is like verbatim what I said, like, "Fuck, like, I'm not home. I don't want to fucking deal with this," and just open the door. And these three like black guys were behind me, and they're like, "Yo," and I'm gonna change an N-word just so I don't get crucified on the internet. He's like, "Yo, that Negro crazy." I look him dead in the eye and I go, "You don't even know." And I just walked away. Like, this guy definitely thinks like I kill people.
I like. All right, so obviously, again, we have listeners so they can't see us, but Matt just gave me a quick instant replay of what Brian says with a whiteboard and a marker, and he holds it up as Brian described these gentlemen, three like black guys.
Were they Jews in blackface? I'm not really sure what they look like. What do you mean they were like black guys?
I was gonna say like ghetto black guys.
Maybe
but...
they were all similar.
Well, no.
I see.
Ah.
There
I
were
was gonna
three
say
light
ghetto.
dressed black guys. They were wearing the same shirt,
Got it.
same pants, same shoes.
I got you. I understand.
I wanted to drop ghetto to not be called racist, but there it is. Three ghetto black guys like, "Yo, this Negro crazy," and I'm like, "You don't even know."
No. Ghetto, and like aren't similar words at all.
No. I meant like ghetto, not like, you know.
Also,
fuck it.
when you say things like "I wanted to make sure I didn't say that, so I'm not racist," pretty sure you're racist if you're thinking that and then censoring yourself.
Well, yeah. I don't see the problem.
Well, let's just jump right in on the next topic.
Is it still me or is someone else going?
Have you gentlemen seen quite possibly the best movie trailer you'll see before the end of the year? Taken
Yes.
3.
No.
Yo, he goes crazy on cops.
It's not even, I don't even want to ruin the trailer, but he basically takes himself in this movie.
Yeah.
Awesome. Great.
Yeah, you gotta watch
It also just proves that there's no sequels these days, only trilogies.
Right.
There's either one movie or 3.
I typed Taken into the search on Google, and the first thing that popped up for me was Taken 5.
I stand corrected. They are making this a 12 series.
Just can't quite find the word for it.
Yeah.
It's all right, man.
Yeah. It's a dozenal. Perhaps?
Well, that's great. That's great. Here's the Taken 3 trailer release. Liam Neeson framed for murder beats up bad guys.
No, he beats up good guys from the trailer. He's beating up the LAPD.
That's it. That's
Awesome.
it. Though. Hilarity ensues.
Oh man. I was just got finished watching Pain and Gain before we jumped on here. Have you guys seen that?
No.
Have not.
My parents tried to watch it and shut it off and said this is miserable. Like, well, all right.
Just give it a go. Give it a watch. And it's really like, all right. So I don't know how much of it is a true story. If the whole, cause, it's based on a true story, all that. You never really know like what parts are real and whatnot. But the whole time the movie plays like a comedy, but they're doing some really terrible crap throughout the movie. and they're trying to make you laugh about it, but you're like, no, this happened.
Mm.
Like there's a point where somebody gets killed, like legit killed, and then
no,
they're trying to
not
chop up
sort
the
of kills,
body.
legit kills.
No, legit killed. They're trying to chop up the bodies, but they're making jokes as it goes on, and they're trying. And I'm like, how am I supposed to feel right now?
Mm.
Good.
Very, very strange.
Was it more of like a sadistic vibe, or like
It just seemed like it
was it like a Goodfellas vibe that they're kind of joking and like chopping up dead bodies?
It seems like they wanted to be one or the other, but what it turned out to be was just like a movie done in really poor taste,
Mm.
like extremely insensitive.
Ooh.
All right,
It's
I
just
like
watch
that.
it. Yeah, but like I don't know. It's just I felt bad watching it. That's how terrible it was.
Wow.
I want to like The Rock as an actor, but he makes it so difficult.
Oh, you'll like him in this. He's actually my favorite character in this movie. But there's just certain points where like something terrible will happen, and I'll start to laugh, and I'll go, oh no.
Yeah.
Person dies, they crack jokes.
Right.
The Rock beats up bad guys.
You laugh, but that really happened.
Did you see the movie with The Rock, Faster?
No. I saw Snitch. That's another Rock movie I watched today. I've been on the couch all day on account of my finger, and I'm supposed to rest and keep it elevated.
I want to hear about Stitch, but I just want to full spoilers for Faster. The Rock gets shot in the head on 2 different occasions and survives the entire movie.
Fantastic. I'm pretty sure that's how it would go down.
Right.
I don't understand this. So he's like released from jail and then goes like start killing people that set him up, but it doesn't really make any difference. So you find like halfway through it, there's like a video that was filmed of when he got shot and then like that crap. So it's point blank to the back of the head, and they said the bullet hit his skull and deflected around his brain. I don't think that's how it happens.
Awesome.
Like point blank, it's just gonna go through your skull. Maybe if it was like hundreds and hundreds of yards away, maybe it would. I don't know, but point blank.
Some writer went to an actual doctor and was like, "What are the chances?"
So you're saying there's a chance?
Exactly.
And then at the end of the movie, he gets shot in the head again, but the first gunshot put a metal plate in the back of his head, so the second gunshot hit that metal plate.
Yes.
Yes. Now, what is Snitch? I feel like I've seen Snitch.
All right. So this is my experience with the movie. Movie starts off. Kid gets busted for smuggling drugs. I think he was away on like in Mexico on some spring break type deal. Brings back drugs. Gets busted. Gets thrown in jail. The Rock then tries to get the kid out of jail by doing something with the drug cartel and catching somebody so that he can get his kid out sooner. Then I fall asleep. Then an hour and a half pass by, and I wake up pretty sure that I've missed absolutely nothing, and he does it.
Oh, yes.
All I know is Shane from Walking Dead was in it, and he was the same character.
I don't watch Walking
And there's that one black guy that's got the cut on his face, the big scar.
Yep.
That black actor, I don't know his name, plays the same character in every movie. Always bad. Always a terrible guy. He's in it too. Plays a terrible guy.
Yeah, I think you're thinking of Scar from The Lion King.
Nice.
Well done.
So, welcome to my world of watching terrible movies.
Before that, I watched Road Trip though. You guys have seen that, right?
That's a great movie.
That movie's fantastic.
I haven't seen it in years. That was Tom Green.
There's often yeah.
Yeah. Release
They're
the
at-
fury, Mitch.
They're at Ithaca College.
Yep.
Although not that they came out too close together, but a big debate back in the day was Road Trip or Euro Trip. What's the better movie? What do you guys
Euro
think?
Trip. I'm all about Euro Trip.
Euro Trip.
Yeah, I am too. I think Euro Trip came out a little later, but it was just way better. It's one of those
so
movies
good.
when it came out, you're like, oh, this is gonna be like Road Trip. It had nothing to do with it and was twice as good. I was very, very happy it wasn't a stupid sequel.
My ringtone has been Scotty Doesn't Know since I've had a cell phone.
Wow.
No,
Unfortunately, my phone is always on vibrate, so nobody knows that. I go through an honest effort, though, every time I get a phone to make sure that that becomes the ringtone.
oh man, that's terrible. I hate that song. That's right.
Oh, it's so good.
Either.
Matt Damon.
Right.
Although, he's not actually singing it, but, in the movie. Loved it.
Yeah.
You guys are the worst twins ever.
I watched.
This isn't where I park my car.
A nickel. I open my own hotel.
By the way, just a warning. I
I-
think I'm on a small delay, so I'm not really trying to interrupt you. Just a
In
heads
real
up.
life,
You mean your reactions or your connection? What are you talking about?
Both.
we're used to you being like 10 seconds behind, so it's all good.
Yeah. So I watched some shitty movies on the plane coming out here. I watched Never Back Down, which is some fighting movie. God, it was awful. Anyone see that one? It was terrible.
No, I had a couple of friends that loved it, though. Never saw it.
Yeah, but, I mean, they're in high school and they look like they're 30, which I guess is normal, and they're all jacked out of their mind. Like, people aren't like that in high school. It was so terrible. Like, and there was just, like, random fights. Like, it was just, oh god, it was so bad. So, what else did I watch? I don't even fucking remember anymore. I watched all 3 Blade movies.
Nice.
Nice. I
Never-
think he's out of jail.
Yeah, he is. I liked them. I never saw them for some reason. I like when Wesley Snipes he doesn't talk much, and then when he does talk, a lot of times it's that like stupid Batman voice where it's like not his real voice. But then like he has like these like ghetto moments that like come out from time to time, and it's hysterical. My 2 favorite ones in the first one, it's close to the beginning. It's like 20 minutes in. He's like fighting a whole bunch of people, and cops come, and cops start shooting, and they're shooting at him, and he has like that armor on his chest, and they hit like his arm. He's like, motherfucker, you must be out your damn mind. And in the third one, he's interrogating. He's interrogating some guy, and he's like, well, you got to tell me, blah blah whatever. So guy's like, if I tell you, they'll kill me. He's like, motherfucker, what makes you think I won't kill you? What did you
Ryan
think?
Reynolds was in the third one, right?
Yeah.
I just remember his insult from that movie, which was dick juggling thunder cunt.
Yes.
Ooh. Speaking of dick juggling thunder cunt, have you seen the new South Park episode? The
No.
first of the season.
No.
Oh my god. Without this doesn't really have much to do with the plot, but there's Cartman is really into this Silicon Valley startup thing, so he starts up a company,
Awesome.
right? And they're having trouble naming the company because all the names seem to be taken. So they're at this patent lawyer's computer rattling off absurd names, which are more or less long phrases rather than company names to name their company. And that just reminded me of one of the suggestions that they did, because all of the suggestions are along those lines, and they're like, taken. Taken. That one's taken.
Did you see Silicon Valley, that show, when it was on? I
Yeah.
think it was HBO.
Yeah, it's good. I'm not sure if they're come back with another season or not. But
I don't know, but that finale with the Dick to Floor ratio was the best ever.
so good.
Brian,
Lots
did
of
you see
real
it?
specific hand motions.
All right,
in
yeah.
that
So
episode.
basically, they're screwed, and they're figuring out that they're joking that the only way they could possibly win is if they jerk off everybody in the room. So they're trying to find the most efficient way to jerk everybody off in the room, and they're going back and forth on it. No pun intended. And so the one guy who's in the room who did all the work for their project, and he's trying to figure out a way that they could still do it. He overhears them talking, and the guy goes, well, what if we start at the middle and we have a dick on either side and we go back to front? So he's like, we're working from the middle out. And the guy just has this epiphany where he goes, from the middle out. It's so good.
That's hysterical.
Yeah, that was. It's pretty good. But yeah, South Park, they seem to be right on par with the other seasons with the first episode. Highly recommend to get back into it.
Yeah, you were telling me
Or
that.
into it in general. I should get into it.
You
Ooh,
really should.
yeah, you should get into it then.
I'd probably love it.
It did have a couple of seasons where it wasn't fantastic.
When Kenny was dead.
But-
It's on Netflix, right?
No, it's on. It's. I don't remember if it's on Hulu. It might be on Hulu, but it's on the Comedy Central app, which is free.
Yeah, it's on Hulu, but it's also free through the Comedy Central app.
Alright. Well, we'll catch up on that.
You,
I'm going to see Book of Mormon. Pretty excited about that.
Oh, so am I. When are you going?
November 9th.
Oh, I think I'm going October 17th, something like that. Saturday.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Pretty excited.
Yeah, I'm pumped. This is like us getting excited to like start watching Lost.
I just
something
started
like
watching
We're
Lost.
like we're like 5 or 6 years behind.
Try 10.
And it's
Started in
still just as much
2004.
money.
Wait, what are we talking about? I'm lost. Were you talking about Book of Mormon or Lost, Matt?
Kind of both.
What I was trying to say.
He was
is
making an
I'm
association between the two.
pumped, like it
I
just came out, but it's many years old.
I was
And
half paying attention.
We're late to the show, but it's still good.
Shocking. Brian was half paying attention.
I'm tired.
I also like that you used the phrase "I'm lost" when we were talking about Lost.
He doesn't even know he did that. Don't give
No.
him that.
He didn't notice.
No
He doesn't-
idea. I had no idea. You're right.
Matt wasn't even in the frame when you said that, and he picked up on it.
Always be listening.
I got really tired all of a sudden. My bad.
All of a sudden.
Talk about Family Guy. Where those people should be shot.
What?
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 There's some kind
What
of
are you talking of?
there's some kind of Family Guy clip where Stewie says like a whole bunch of different things, and one of them is all of the sudden, like those people should be killed.
Go on.
I don't remember it. You just
Did you
Google
guys
it.
see that crossover Family Guy Simpsons episode?
Not
Yep.
yet. I
I
got.
only saw part of it, but I was pretty happy with where it went.
Well, that's cool.
Was good.
My hands down favorite part about that, they're in the courtroom. They have the whole "oh no, oh no, oh no" thing, and everybody turns and looks at the wall, and nothing happens. And then Peter gets a cell phone call. He goes, "I think I'm in the wrong courtroom."
Now, was this for The Simpsons or for Family Guy? Like, which like series was it under?
I actually don't know.
I think it was Family Guy.
Okay.
But yeah, and then at the end of the episode,
Well,
like
it was an hour long on Fox, so I guess maybe it
yeah,
just
maybe it
covered
was.
both.
Yeah,
No,
I'm not sure about that.
I know it
That's a good
didn't
point.
cover both because I saw they both had a premiere and it wasn't the same premiere.
Oh, interesting.
But I do like at the end, Homer
Chicken
and
fight?
Peter are battling it out, chicken fight style.
Yes.
And then they kind of come to mutual agreement, and they're walking into the sunset, and they more or less agree. You know what? Let's just keep 30 minutes apart from each other with some stupid.
With 30
crap
minutes
in
of
the
crap
middle.
in between.
It was great.
So good. What about Gotham? I mean, Brian, the grown-ups are talking for a minute. Matt, have you have you watched Gotham?
Is that where Brian's arch nemesis lives?
Is that Rush Hour? What are you showing us?
Rush Hour TV
Is it
show
Rush
in
Hour
development. No, it says Rush Hour TV show in development.
Awesome.
Yep,
Oh my
proceed.
God.
Matt, are you watching Gotham?
I'm not. I'm up to date on Arrow, and I'm pretty pumped for the Flash show, but I have
yeah.
not watched Gotham.
You should get on that.
Not yet. It's still fairly new. I'll still
Yeah, it's
catch
only
up.
2
It's
episodes
not.
in.
It's not on Netflix though yet. This
No.
is why I'm not. This is
Oh,
why
I
I'm
got
not
you.
in on it.
I feel you.
Yeah. How
I'm
is
no
it?
judge.
Is Batman involved in the show at all?
Bruce Wayne is.
Wayne involved. Okay.
He's
Kid
a
Bruce
child.
Wayne is. The show's really about Gordon.
Yeah, fuck.
Yeah. The show focuses. It's a cop drama in Gotham City, and Jim Gordon is the main character. That's all.
Brian, do you like Bruce Wayne as a child, pre-Bat incident? What do you think?
I mean, it's pretty much just New York cop show in fake New York. Am I correct?
Not the question. Just completely ignore Matt's question. It's cool.
Yeah, I did. Don't worry. What was Matt's question?
Oh, come on! You're not even playing games tonight. You're just sitting there looking at a girly beer.
It's good for my figure.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's some figure.
Full
Hey,
figure.
man.
Oh my god. What time's your wake up there, Brian? Tomorrow.
I gotta be up at 5 tomorrow.
It's pretty
Jesus.
steep. It's steep.
Yeah, I had a long day, but whatever. So I thought I was gonna die last night. By the way,
Do tell.
I actually feared.
Dive right in, Brian.
I'm just gonna jump
Jump
right
right
in.
in.
So I was driving, and I'm going through like farm country in Wisconsin. It's like, there's no civilization, just farms, and like lining the roads are like cornfields. Like it's really fucking scary. And I'm just thinking like, wow, if I get a flat tire, like there's a good chance of getting murdered. So it was creepy. And then I don't know, the lights were on auto, not like turned on. The lights in my car, like the headlights. And for some reason, they thought it'd be cool to just shut off. Like, good auto, it's dark out. And when I say dark, when those lights went off, I just jammed on my brakes. I couldn't see an inch out my windshield. And I turned the lights back on, like I could see again. So, of course, now, knowing how dark it was, I thought it'd be a fun game to, like, turn it off and see if I could see anything.
What is wrong with you?
It didn't take that long. I just kind of like turned it off, turned it on, like really quick just to see. And I'm like, oh, that's really fucking creepy.
Flip it open, flip it closed.
So now I'm driving, and all of a sudden, I see a person on the side of the road. And as he saw like headlights coming, of course he turns and he's looking, and then he puts his thumb out.
So Brian turns the lights off and fucking hits him.
It crossed my mind. So he puts his thumb out like a hitchhiker. Like, fuck, like, who does this?
I've seen this movie before. Get out of here.
So, of course, never did it cross my mind, like, hey, maybe this guy needs a ride, I may pull over. That, of course, never entered my mind.
Pick him up!
So I'm driving, and then I start thinking, like, maybe, like, not that ever do I think, let me go back and get him, but I'm like, what if, like, that happened to me, and I was just walking, trying to find a gas station, and I'm trying to, like, hitchhike a ride.
What if
Huh?
What if that was the person in the horror movie, and they were running, and you could have saved them, but now they're dead?
This is how it happens.
Yeah, well, what really happens in the horror movie is the person hitchhikes, and the person who saves them dies, and they still get away. So either way, it's bad.
True.
Good point.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be good for you.
No. So I'm just thinking, like, wow, like, that's gotta be, like, fucking, like, scary for that person if they're normal. Like there's just corn all over, like giant cornfields, which if you step in, now it's from a cornfield, now it's a corn maze because you'll be fucking lost in the dark. And then I'm thinking, wait a sec. When I turn my lights off, I can't see shit. How is this person walking? And I was kind of like, I was like scared for like their life, and then scared for my life because I thought like maybe somehow he morphed into the back of my car, and then like I just kept looking in my rearview mirror, like looking into the back seat, like someone was gonna be back there, like I'm here and ready to kill me. Like I was like really like terrified for a while there.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and then what really scared me, like those things in the road that makes like the like bumping sounds when you go over it.
Yep.
Yeah, like
The
almost.
rumple strip?
No, not really. I don't know what they are, but maybe rumble strips. Who knows?
They're to wake you up if you fall asleep at the wheel.
The thing on the side of the road?
No. Like
The thing in the little reflectors in the middle?
no, I don't know what the fuck it is. I ran over it here from time to time, but It sounds like you're getting a
Why
flat
are you
tire.
not giving me a lot to work with?
God, it's squirrels, isn't it?
No, it sounds like your tire's flat, like, and you go over it. It's usually like when like pavement's like on the construction kind of. I don't really know what it's for. I'm not making much
Like
sense,
a
but
temporary
I don't.
like concrete road.
You know what? It's irrelevant. So I'm driving over this, and it sounds like and feels like
It's
my
kind
tires.
of relevant because we can't relate to it now.
Now it's relevant. I don't know what kind of road I'm driving down.
You don't have to relate to that part. You have to relate to now I feel like my tires are flat, and I'm like, oh my god.
That would have been great if they went flat like a second after you passed this guy by.
Oh no.
That's how Jeepers Creepers happened.
This was the first answer in my mind though. Now, according to my GPS, I still had like 20 miles like to my hotel, and I was like, well, if my tires are flat here, I'm just gonna have to buy this car because I'm driving there on the axles. Like I never once thought of pulling
You got insurance?
over. Oh yeah, I declined that.
Why? It's like $5 and you can do whatever you want to the car, and you don't pay for it.
Don't you use an Amex to pay for your rental car?
I did. I used my company Amex, but they sent out new ones, and they want you to activate it. I mean, no. So I just used my card.
Wow, you are such a lazy bastard.
So I just used my card.
Well, then this takes
How
me right
dare
out of
they
the
want you
story.
to call those numbers?
I know, right? Like, I think you gotta talk to someone, maybe. Who knows?
I wish that story went so differently, and Brian was like, so I changed my mind, picked him up, and here he is, and turned the camera.
And that's why I have two
His name?
bets.
Oh, man.
On an unrelated note, I asked Dana a question through a text message, and she said, sure. And my question was, can we have 6 kids and name them Ross, Joey, Chandler, Rachel, Monica, and Phoebe? And she said, yes. I have proof.
Only if Chandler's a girl.
Mrs. Chandler Bong.
Ms. Chandler.
Yeah.
We steal that TV guide every week. He's a transponster.
11? 11 is correct.
What was the great aunt's name?
I don't remember.
I just watched that episode with the lightning round. It's so good.
I haven't seen that in forever.
Also just watched the episode with Chandler in a box.
Yes.
One of the best episodes.
Gotcha!
The reasoning for the box is threefold.
1. And he's putting his fingers through.
Yeah. And 3, it hurts. So good.
By the way, I just probably scared like the neighbors on both sides by knocking so loudly. Yep.
Oh, I'm now a season and an episode into House of Cards, and it's freaking awesome.
Ooh,
Oh, so you watched the first
So
episode
good.
Speaking,
of season 2?
Yeah. And I was like, damn!
shit gets
Episode 1,
real.
huh?
Shit gets real in episode 1,
Jesus.
season 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Spoilers.
yeah.
Spoilers ahead. All right, because I just gotta bring it. It's like, how did that contract go down? Hey, can you come back for an episode? we got something we want to do.
just one. Just one. Just one.
Just one. We're gonna sign you for another season. Why am I making 12 times less?
Oh my god.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, what a good show. Like Netflix is putting out some real good original content. I think they won a couple of awards. I think for the show and for Kevin Spacey personally.
So
Kevin
diabolical.
Spacey
I love it.
is awesome. And I watched the movie Casino Jack, which is pretty much House of Cards, the movie. It's like from 4 years ago, and Kevin Spacey's a lobbyist, and it's like the same shit. It was awesome.
That's why I'm getting ready for that new Call of Duty, so I can
can't
play
wait.
House of Cards the game.
I pre-ordered it after I saw Kevin Spacey. I'm like, I'm getting it.
Yep.
It looks
The
so
key
good.
question: does he have the Southern accent in the movie?
No. He doesn't. Or in the game.
There's another solid trailer for Horrible Bosses 2, if you haven't seen that.
Ooh, I haven't seen that. That sounds good.
Pretty excited for that.
Yeah, that's an underrated comedy. For sure.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I like Charlie Day because I'm such a huge It's Always Sunny fan.
Yeah, Charlie is great, but I think Jason Sudeikis is the funniest guy in that movie. To bend her over a barrel and show her the 50 states.
Show her the.
It's a saying. No, it's not. I'm pretty sure it is.
I think I read somewhere that he improv that line because that's one of those scenes where they did like 50 takes and they just picked
reel.
one. Yeah.
The blooper reel's great because he's like, it's a saying. No, it's not. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was in that movie that one time. No, it wasn't. Now it is.
But now it is. Yeah. so good. I think they made him come up with a bunch. They wrote a bunch. They just filmed all of them, and that's the one they picked.
That whole scene where they're walking around the house, though, and the cat is just jumping out of nowhere. It's so good. Oh, we lost Matt. Matt's gone forever.
Well, I'm here. I haven't seen Horrible Bosses in a while, so I don't remember.
Great. I've got you, who's 10 seconds behind and completely not paying attention. Fantastic.
I'm paying attention to my Horrible Bosses. I'm still on It's Always Sunny. That's what's in my head. I love that show.
Speaking of It's Always Sunny, have you guys seen? This is a big thing on the internet now. The the producer or something of Modern Family was live tweeting out their experience on an airplane with an unruly passenger sitting in front of them. Have you guys seen this?
No, that sounds awesome.
She tweeted out like something like 30 tweets in a row, and they're just like short clips of like, oh God, now she's singing. Oh God, she's on her 10th vodka. And it's just about this like really absurd woman that's like so loud and like slobbering all over the passengers, and like people want like her to just get kicked out. And then she actually snaps a picture of her too. You can't really make out a lot of features, but it's just enough to have a visual to hate someone after reading these 30 tweets in a row. But one of the top comments, I'm big on Imager these days over Reddit, but one of the top comments upvoted on Imager is, I can totally see this being Sweet D.
Awesome.
He's just like absurdly drunk. She keeps asking this guy, why don't you drink? And he keeps giving her reasons, and like 30 minutes later, how come you don't have a drink? And she's just like forgetting things and just being awesome. I think Sweet D is one of the best drunk acting performances ever.
Yes, I agree.
She's so good. She's so solid. So good.
What is going on? What did you bring up here? Sorry, guys. My roommate just walked into the apartment with a box from Blue Apron and a carpet.
Ooh,
all right.
This meal's gonna be good, huh?
Oh wait, actually, come on screen for a second. Let's see if the Xbox picks you up.
Yeah, let's do that on an audio podcast.
That's cool. You can cut this out, or not because you're lazy.
Yeah, don't cut things out.
There it is. There it is. Nice.
So, while we're on the
Now,
top...
did the rug...
Go away, kid. You bother me.
Did the rug come with the Blue Apron meal because you're supposed to eat it sitting on the floor? Mayhaps.
No. I ordered the rug because I needed something to go under my desk, and it's like, this is going to come in 5 to 8 business days. I ordered it yesterday.
Ooh.
I was like, free present.
I like that surprise.
Yeah, it's always good.
So,
I also ordered Neighbors. You guys see that movie?
No.
I was very confused until you specified it's a movie.
That was Seth Rogen,
so
and before we derail of Always Sunny, though, I want to just say something else about that. Freaking Dennis pops up like all over the damn place. I was watching Crank, the Jason Statham movie, and he was when he's like looking for epinephrine, he like goes and bothers some doctor. Dennis, that's who it was. And
awesome.
Also, you know that store in the mall, Uniqlo?
Uniqlo.
Whatever. I don't shop there. I don't know it. He's a model there now.
Huh.
If you Google it, he's got all pictures that are hanging in the store.
Interesting.
Well, wait, what movie was that? Transporter?
No, Crank.
Crank. Yo, when he's There's the guy talking about the nose spray in that movie is Chester Bennington from Linkin Park.
Yeah. He gets
Yeah.
his back ripped off in a Saw movie.
Facts by Brian.
Yeah. So proceed about
I
Neighbors.
love the episode.
Never mind.
Oh yeah, let's hear about Neighbors.
Well, I want to hear about Always Sunny from you.
What I was gonna say is my favorite episode of It's Always Sunny is when Dennis looks like the child molester. It's my favorite episode. I don't know
That's
if
good.
I have.
That's a good one.
If I have a weird, if I think child molesting is just hilarious because I think my favorite Workaholics episode is the child molester episode. I think
Yes.
It's a good episode.
favorite It's Always Sunny, definitely without question, Dennis looking like the child molester.
My favorite It's Always Sunny is the wild card. There's no contest.
Wild card.
I like the one where Mac wins the radio contest to take the slap shot at center ice.
So good.
That's pretty good too.
Yeah.
They're all. I mean, they're all good. There's not too many bad episodes.
Is that the same one where Mac keeps saying jabroni?
Yes. Yep.
That's a good one.
I love that one.
And Charlie's like such a great word.
Yeah. What about when it's extremely hot and they're trying to get into like the private pool? You ever see that one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Club. That is
Awesome.
good.
They're at capacity.
Yeah.
Oh man, such a fucking
At
good show.
capacity.
Go on about Neighbors.
Yeah.
I wasn't
Yeah.
really gonna go on about it, just that I was curious if you guys saw it because I think it's hysterical. It was funny the second time I watched it, and I don't know if did I bring this up last week that I got to see the Seth Rogen laugh in person.
That's right. We saw the picture.
Oh man, so good.
You didn't say anything to him?
No, Kim did. I didn't.
What'd she say? What did she muster?
She said great movie, Seth, and he said thank you. That was it. I was pretty much just on the escalator like, holy crap, it's Seth Rogen. He's right behind me.
See, I try to prep for certain celebrities in that they always get like, oh, Seth Rogen, I loved you in Pineapple Express. I always want to have a back pocket movie that even maybe they forgot that they did, and I want to make believe like that's the only movie I've ever seen him in. Like, hey, John Goodman, I loved you in We're Back, a Dinosaur Story. Like, references like that. I try to have ready to go.
Oh, that one might be tough to accomplish.
No. I don't know why I said no like that. Like, no.
No.
Speaking
you
of,
just gotta be ready with those references.
I'm going to see Bob Saget in October.
Of course you are.
He's
How are you?
in Staten
Of course you
Island.
are.
How could I not?
I might go see John Leguizamo in Staten Island.
John Leguizamo.
He's doing Ghetto Clown.
Well,
Look at him still being irrelevant.
no, he'll never be.
He's still being irrelevant.
That's it. He'll never be relevant to me because of you, Anthony.
Why? Oh, Pest.
When we were younger, you're like, you gotta watch this movie. It's so
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
Pest.
I love it. I love that movie.
Terrible movie.
I've
I've hated
tried.
him ever
Pest
since.
is my favorite, absolutely terrible movie.
I've hated him ever since.
Mm.
The only time I liked him again was in The Happening because he killed himself. Fucking hate him.
Didn't see that.
I feel like he's been a TV cop on and off as well on some of these Law and Order type shows. I think he's
Probably.
made his appearances. Who hasn't?
I was gonna say, who hasn't?
John Leguizamo, I loved you on Law and Order.
You could say that to anyone.
Wow, actually, that's a really safe one to say. And then wait till they turn around and be like, "That wasn't me."
Are you sure?
I haven't been on Law and Order. It will come.
This is a perfect segue into my weekly Aziz comment.
Oh God.
So Aziz, in his newest stand up, he said like he's like every once in a while someone will come up to me and they'll just start praising me about like Bollywood or like Slumdog Millionaire. He's like, dude, that's not me. And he goes, I just get so angry at them. And he goes, but what's more frustrating is the other way around when someone will tweet at me like, "Yo, just saw Aziz at Shake Shack. He totally snubbed me. Didn't say hello." And he goes, "That wasn't me. That's just probably some random Indian dude. Of course he's gonna get mad at you if you're going up to him, calling him Aziz, trying to take pictures with him."
But I'm gonna take
Speaking of Aziz, I just started watching Park and Rec.
It's so
You just
good.
started? Wow.
Yeah,
What an adventure you're about to go on.
yeah, I'm pretty excited.
It's
Yeah,
so good.
it's real good. You'll notice like some of the characters that piss you off in the first season, even the first half of the second season, they all just end up being good somehow. I can't explain it. You end up liking every single character, every single original character, I will say.
Mm.
Yeah.
And then there are you are joined by a couple more later on that I do like, but a couple more that I do not like.
I've seen some episodes with, I think, was it Rob Lowe?
Yeah.
Yep.
And
From
those
the
were really
West Wing.
funny.
Yeah, yeah. He's like he plays like an exaggerated version of himself.
Yeah, the episode I saw was the Burger Off with him and Nick Offerman. It was just fantastic.
I need all
It's
the
like you can
eggs
put ketchup on it if you want. If not, I really don't care.
There's a good scene where Rob Lowe makes Nick Offerman go to some like vegan supermarket, and they're handing out free samples like it's Costco, and he's like, "Hey, have you tried our like, I don't know, something ridiculous like our meatless hamburger or something like that?" And he hands it to Nick Offerman. Nick Offerman just looks at it and dumps it right in the garbage can in front of him, and then he holds out his hand again. He gets a second sample, looks at it, puts it in the garbage, and the guy goes, "Sir, is there a problem with that?" And he goes, "I just want to make sure that no one ever has to try this." And then he puts his hand out again to get another sample, and the guy goes, "No." And then what's her name? Aubrey Plaza is with him, and she goes, "Well, I want one." And then he puts a sample in her hand, and she just throws it in the garbage can.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty great. Also, a huge phenomenon on the internet, if you don't know, is cats that look like Ron Swanson. I don't know if you've encountered that.
I haven't, but I could already see it. Like Grumpy Cat, I'm guessing, because he looks just like him.
It's a lot of scrunched up faces. It's pretty sweet.
Awesome.
Yeah,
He was. I don't know if I've brought this up before, but he's the guy that plays him. What's his name's Nick Offerman.
Yeah, Nick
Yeah.
Offerman. Plays
He was
Ron
right.
Swanson.
He was in. He's in Kings of Summer, and if you haven't seen it, you got to see it. And he's just awesome in that movie. Like he's it's one of those indie flicks where they have a handful, like a couple of like semi-famous or to famous people in it, like, and they just have small parts, but it kind of just brings attention to the movie. But they completely nail it. And this, like, his part is just so good. He's the dad of this kid. They don't have a mom. I think the mom left. Anyway, the son plays games with him, and he'll call 911 on him, and the cops come to the door. And they're telling him he's telling the cops that it's a false alarm, and the cop goes, "Well, have you ever?" He's like, "Sir, have you heard of The Boy Who Cried Wolf?" And he's like, "Well, I had a childhood on planet Earth, so yes." And he goes, "But why don't you tell it to me again?" And he goes, "Well, there's the boy, and he's like, who cries wolf." And he's like, "Wait, what's the name of the story again?" "The Boy Who Cries Wolf." He goes, the boy who cries what? Go fuck yourself." He's so good. He's hysterical in that movie.
He's really good. Another a pretty big supporting actress in Parks and Rec is like Nick Offerman's real life wife, whose name
Oh yeah.
escapes Megan Mullally.
Yeah.
She plays his ex-wife on the show. It's
Mhm.
pretty awesome.
She's actually in that movie too.
Oh yeah. They do a lot of stuff together. I've seen some interviews with her. I think she generally just sucks as a person, but I like her in Parks and Rec a lot. I like when she's acting not like herself,
Right.
which in their kind of genre of occupations is a compliment. I love it when you're acting not like yourself, but you suck. This version of you sucks. Oh my god. Yeah, Parks and Rec's really good though. That's a good one to stick out. I think that what is there 6 seasons?
I don't know.
They're all on Netflix.
Yeah,
every single
I
one.
just got a notification that season 6 was added or it's being added, some shit like that.
Yeah, no, it's on because I've definitely seen the season finale and I watched it on Netflix.
I've got some time to catch up anyway, so.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, this is my weekly Netflix plug, BoJack Horseman. You have to watch it. I
I,
got Brian to watch the
I
first
watched the first
episode.
episode. I didn't like it.
Ooh,
how'd you not like it? It was
it's
good.
what didn't you? What is
You
there
know what?
not to like?
Because it was Job
Yeah,
and Jesse,
yeah.
and they were the same characters, and those characters are only good in their setting with the supporting actors, in my opinion. I don't
I
know.
I really urge you
I'll watch another one. I'll
to
definitely give it another shot.
take another episode into your sample set.
All right,
It's good.
I'll watch. I'll give it a full 5
Ooh,
episodes
it's only
before I
it's
make.
20, 22-minute episodes, very doable.
Yeah, exactly. So I'll give it. I'll give it a full try.
It is a show that has a lot of jokes layered in. So I noticed actually first episode I watched, I was like doing something that was on in the background, and then Liz came home. I'm like, oh, you got to watch this. Oh, whatever. I'll just watch it again. And only the second time that I catch up on a lot of the jokes because it just requires like your undivided attention. Just
Mhm.
fly.
Well, it had my undivided attention. You just weren't watching it the first time.
I want to
True.
watch it, but we're too hooked on Lost right now. We keep like watching, like one more episode, one more.
Why are you doing that to yourself?
Lost is good. I stopped after season 2 just because people told me to stop after season 2.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna probably see it through because we're really liking it. I don't know. I mean, I watched season 1 when it first aired, but apparently I didn't because I don't remember anything.
Yeah, that must have came out in like 2008,
2004 it started.
like 2004.
Can
Wow,
you guys
that's
see
actually
the flavor of
yeah.
this? It's so fucking
No.
bright in here. It says red pop. It's just red flavored.
You're a simple man.
Wow, well said.
What's wrong with being a simple man?
Nothing. Didn't
Nothing.
didn't say there was anything wrong with it.
God,
Why'd you take it that way?
Usually,
Simple man.
first off, it's business.
I was making a general observation.
simple man. When you say it, when you rub some stank on it, all of a sudden it becomes an insult.
It is an insult. At least
That's like Bill Burr said he has a fascination. He's like, there's only one word I can think of that the proper term and the derogatory term is the same. It's just how you say it.
Jew.
Oh, Anthony, he's a Jew, or oh, Anthony's a Jew. You just you rub some stank on it, and all of a sudden it's derogatory.
I've been listening to so much stand up because XM Radio, Comedy Central is like XM 95. I don't know any other freaking like stations out here, so I listened to XM and I discovered the Comedy Channel. It's all I fucking listen to. And then I got mad when I got home that I don't have XM Radio, and somebody, I don't remember who it was, told me Pandora does comedy. Wow, the lights just went out.
Yep. Here comes the hitchhiker.
Awesome.
All right.
A little play-by-play for those of you who can't see. Brian is just freaking out right now because his lights just going on and off in his hotel room.
It's just a poltergeist, no problem.
It's all good.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? Oh yeah, so now, and then when I'm home, I was listening to the Pandora comedy station when I'm away, and the rental cars have XM comedy. It's so great. I don't know what I did before.
The first time I heard John Mulaney was on
I love him.
Pandora. He's so funny.
He's got so many good skits.
I told him I wasn't there, like a liar.
I like the skit when he talks about when he was a kid, he was picked on for being Asian American.
Yes.
He's not Asian.
I like he does the whole thing about drinking and how he goes. He's like, I used to drink, and I know what a lot of you are thinking. He doesn't look like someone who used to do anything. It looks like I was just sitting in a chair eating saltines for 28 years, and then came out here.
He's good.
That's that's like that Mitch Hedberg. I used to do drugs. I used to, but I still do.
He's
But I
dead,
used
right?
to too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's dead. Yeah.
He goes. I love Mitch Hedberg talking about getting a donut, and the woman tries to give him a receipt for it, and he goes, "I can't think of a scenario in which I would need a receipt for a donut."
When was
He's like, "Where
So-
were you this date?"
some skeptical friend? Don't even
Yes.
act like I didn't buy that donut.
Hang on. I filed it under D for donut.
Oh my god.
One person.
Don't even act like you didn't get a donut.
One person that keeps freaking coming on, the XM one and the Pandora one, is Jim Gaffigan. I can't stand him.
Mhm. I like him.
He's good. He's not always good though. I'll say that. It's not like everything you listen to his isn't gold, but he certainly has moments.
Granted, I've only heard one full stand-up of his, and I really enjoyed it. But
But he puts the same like voice on for everything, and it just irritates me.
yeah, Louis C.K. does a skit where he talks about how he only has one voice and he uses it for everything, and it's this Valley Girl voice.
Yeah,
It's fantastic.
he really. It's between Louis C.K.'s Valley Girl voice and Bill Burr's just general woman voice. I don't know which of those I prefer, but they both have one go-to, and that's it. That's it.
It's awesome.
So
Yeah.
something else I heard on here. I mean, you guys know I love Norm Macdonald.
Yeah.
His stand-ups typically are garbage. But
All right, much like his comedy in general.
Yeah.
Right. And Bob Saget.
well, Bob Saget's awesome. Going to see him October 26th. Can't wait. So there's this thing, and I gotta find the entire thing and listen to it because I heard like the beginning part and the end part because they only do like a couple minute clips of it. It's called the Gambling like Sports Broadcaster, and it's him and someone else, and they're calling a football game, but they're talking about like the spreads and all stuff like this and the shit that's happening. They're cursing because of the money they have on the game. It's hysterical. Like you gotta find it.
Okay.
I think you have to find it because you haven't heard the thing in whole yet, and then send it to us. Stop pawning your research off onto us.
Let me know if it's good.
Yeah. I will. He also, I was listening to a stand-up by him. It was again on this freaking station, and he was just pretty much quoting Dirty Work in his stand-up, but it wasn't even his lines from Dirty Work. It was Chris Farley's line. He was talking about like someone was Superman, like he wasn't Norm Macdonald, he was like Stan or something like that. And Clark was about to say he's Superman, and he said, "No, you can't do that." So then he admitted to being Superman. So he's like, what is it, the Solace of Fortitude? Is that what it is? What the hell is that place? Superman's lair.
Fortress of
Okay.
Solitude? Just flip it around, guy. The Solace of Fortitude.
I'm not a superhero guy, and apparently
It
dyslexic.
doesn't matter. One's a fortress where you go.
Oh, so the Fortress of Solitude. He's like, the only difference is it's not what you might think. It's an apartment at the Y, and I have a roommate who just had his knee drained. Like that was Chris Farley's thing in Dirty Work.
Yeah, but didn't he write Dirty Work?
I don't know. I don't know his life, but it pissed me off.
I think Matt's talking, but nothing's coming in.
Well, we don't need him.
You
That's-
guys need me.
Yeah.
There you go. There he is. Hey, Matt.
Matt, you
I was
need to
just saying.
tell Anthony the story you told me and Dana.
Well, that's
Thanks
vague.
for the invite, guys.
That's vague.
The bus one.
Well, the bus. So I had to make a pilgrimage to Staten Island, which is not fun when you live in Upper Manhattan. So we take the express bus, as we often do. So, first of all, I don't know why the MTA keeps a bus schedule, because it all it is setting people up for disappointment.
Right.
Literally, I would have higher expectations if there was no schedule and I was just waiting by the goddamn pole until I saw a bus come up. I'd be just exponentially more satisfied. I digress. So I go there. Of course, a bus doesn't come for like 52 minutes. It's supposed to come every 17 minutes. Doesn't matter what the schedule is. They just don't come. Uh, all of a sudden, and it's me, Liz, and this old woman is waiting behind us on the bus. Even though 57 minutes late, it's the first stop of the line. There's 3 of us. I don't know why. So the bus finally comes up. Guy opens the door, and he's 19 years old at absolute oldest. This kid driving this bus. And a little context: before we got to the bus station, me and Liz were just starving. There was a Subway like right by the bus stop, so we ran in there, got sandwiches. I'm like, we'll eat on the bus. And it's just like, they really like eating on the bus. And like, for those of you that don't know, like, the bus driver will totally call you out on like stupid shit of enforcing the rules. Like, hey, you guys, like, you can't eat here. Like, put those sandwiches away. Like, the bus drivers are a little absurd. They'll do those things. So I'm like, all right. She had like a big purse on her. I'm like, we'll hide in the back. We'll eat the sandwiches because we're like starving, right? We hadn't eaten all day. And it's like the middle of the afternoon. So we get on the bus, and no one's on the bus. It's the first stop, and this kid just goes, "Hey, where are you getting off?" I'm like, it's just such a weird thing to answer. I'm like, and I told him my stop roughly, and he's like, "Well, this is my first time out. Can you just sit right there and help me out?" I'm like,
What?
like, so he caught me so off guard that I'm like, okay. And then as soon as we sit down right in the first seats, and first thing I think of, Jesus Christ, I can't eat my fucking sandwich right now because I'm right in front of this guy's face. So I'm already like mad, and I just always find myself in these situations. So
You should have just been like, skip the stop. We've got no time.
I could have, because this kid, not only was it first time on this route, but it was just his first time just driving a bus. Like,
At least it wasn't Igor.
He's barely old enough to have a driver's license, let alone like just navigate this huge bus, this huge weapon on the road, basically.
But before you go on, Matt, I just want to say one thing. I know I'm on a delay, so I probably interrupted you. Matt telling this story and me hearing it just through Matt, I would be skeptical, like, how the fuck they gonna let this kid go out? Liz was there saying like yes to every fucking detail, so it's not just Matt like exaggerating. Like, this is real.
No, this story is completely real. So he pulls away from the bus stop. So this kid, he has no sense of direction at all, and he basically has a bulleted list taped to the dashboard of the stops to make. I don't know how we're setting this kid up for success on a bus route if it's just like, go here, and he's like, I don't even know where I am, and I really need to concentrate on how to turn the wheel for a left turn. So we pull, but you know what? You don't know the route. What would you, I feel like you'd memorize the first turn, right? Get you off to a good start. This kid
my God.
pulls, we're on 57th and Lexington, right?
Okay.
We're supposed to go to Staten Island. Right?
You're on the X1?
The 10.
The 10? Oh, right. Okay.
Right. So first we head down. We're supposed to head down 5th.
Right.
Right. So we're on Lex, supposed to pass Park, go down 5th, and then we actually make our way back to Park, then to Broadway, and all the way down and take the tunnel. Right. It's a little switching back and forth. For the most part, you're just going towards Staten Island. Right. Mm-hmm. So this kid, he's approaching 5th. I notice he's not in the left lane to make a left turn, and like, it's one thing with a car to cut over at the last minute. Like, the fucking bus is not cutting over at the last minute to make a left turn in Manhattan, right? And it's just the middle of the afternoon, and it's just jam-packed roads, right?
Oh my
like
God.
not traffic, but just any distraction you could think of, like, bam, bus driver, pedestrian, bunch of dumb shit happening, parade, like all these dumb distractions. So now, the only people on the bus at this point, we're barely pulling out of the spot right now. This is where the story begins. the woman is just so miserable. The only other person on the bus is not me and Liz, and she's just like complaining from the start. And she's like, can you put the lights on in the cabin, please? Can you put the lights on? It's the middle of the fucking afternoon. I don't know why this woman needs the lights on in the bus, but he's just like, trying to drive the fucking bus, and he's like slapping at the switches because he doesn't know what anything does. And he's turning on every set of lights but the main cabin lights.
Awesome.
She's like, not those, not those, not those. And all of a sudden she's like, forget it. So she's already pissed off. We're barely like pulled out of the bus stop. So we're approaching 5th, not in the left lane. And as it's too late to get over to the left lane, he turns to me. Now, yes, turns to me, not looking. The bus is still very much going straight at 40 miles an hour. He turns to me in the first seat and he goes, "Was I supposed to make that left on 5th?" And I go, "Yeah, I think so." But and so I don't know how we end up, but we go from 57th, we end up on 79th.
What?
And
where are you going?
We end up on 79th and 3rd. We haven't even made one stop yet on this bus. We went directly from 57th and Lex to 79th and 3rd. I'm like, what? And as we're headed uptown, this old woman like snaps out of like she was reading a book or something. She's like, where is he going? Where? She's like she's trying to like rally the troops against this guy. Where is he? This bus goes to Staten Island. You know that. You're going north. We got to go south. And he's just flying. But like when you make a mistake with a bus, you have to like overshoot it until there's a street long enough for you to like turn around. So we're just like, oh, he missed 72nd. Guess we're going at 79th, like kind of thing.
Yeah.
Just so miserable. So we finally loop all the way around. This woman almost has this kid in tears already. We haven't even gotten to the first stop yet. We're still backtracking. We finally get to where the route starts. And I swear to God, if I didn't tell him to get in the left lane, he would have made the same exact mistake again. He had no idea where he was. We probably took around a 30 to 35-minute detour.
Oh
so I
my
get
God.
Get in the bus. 35 minutes later, we're making the first turn that is literally a block and a half away from where we started.
Awesome.
So we're finally headed in the right direction, and we're just telling him every step of the way, all right, this is coming up. You're going to be in the left lane. Otherwise, this kid's not moving unless me personally tells him. So like I have the stops. I'm googling. All right, so I have the list of stops, which is essentially what he has, and then Liz has like the GPS, and then we're trying to be in cahoots with the lady behind us of like her knowledge of the route, because you realize like we've taken this before. It's like, look, I had to drive to Staten Island, but I don't know what the hell stops are or what your route is. Like who the hell knows? You don't pay attention. There's not always people that get on at every stop and whatever. That's what the guy's for, the bus driver. So we're going down the route, and of course we stop. We blow past a couple of stops that even I saw on the side of the road that I didn't even know were there. I just know what a bus stop looks like. And the woman behind us is like, "Oh, Jesus Christ! How are other people? Are you gonna give anyone else a ride today? Is it just us? Is it our lucky day?" And this kid is just, "Ma'am, please stop." It's my first day, and he's just crying, but she doesn't let up at any point. There's that one point where you realize you're all screwed and you're supposed to band together to make it happen. And me and Liz are really trying to do this. This woman had not even a smidgen of that on her mind.
Oh my God.
She just wanted to be miserable. And
you should have had him drive you straight up to the house you were going to. He might have done it.
God, it was miserable. So now people are just poor, unsuspecting people getting on the bus gradually at these stops, saying hello to him like it's a normal day. And I'm just like, these people don't know what they're getting into right now. This is just craziness. And of course, there's like so much construction in Manhattan where there's like, it's one lane, there's concrete barriers on either side. And like this bus has maybe 2 to 3 inches of clearance on each side, like as we're flying down. And I'm just like, if this kid hits something, like we're flipping. Like this bus is like, they wobble a lot in the city, right? You're hitting like bumps and like all these roads are under construction. We finally make it to the tunnel, and that was I'll tell you what, when I'm not thinking about the bus driver going through the tunnel, it's still terrifying of how tight those lanes are.
Yeah.
and they whip through there like 40, 50 miles an hour. Even when I'm in my even when I'm driving, like you take it a little slow. Like there's
Where
cones,
do
there's
you
a
drive?
wall, there's turns. You're taking me right out of the story, Brian. You're taking me right out of the story. So he's just being absolutely terrifying in the tunnel. He's just winding, and I'm just like, oh my god. So we finally we get over the bridge. So how about no? So we go through the tunnel and we're headed through Brooklyn, and the BQE gets real confusing with construction and mergers and stuff. I swear we cut over at the last second and we clipped a cone. If I didn't say, wait, get over to the right, we would have ended up on the Belt Parkway.
No.
I don't even know where we would have ended up or how many minutes or like what kind of like weird like passenger revolt would have happened at that point in time. But we make it on the Verrazano, and I tell him like, you gotta go lower level because like I'm like, I don't know why. He goes, why? I'm like, dude, the bus always does it. You just have to just do it. He says on the lower level, and then you get off the bridge. It's all fucking, I don't know, 12 lanes of confusion.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a nice 1,600 lanes that funnel into one.
Yeah, they funnel into a couple of different options is the problem. At least like Jersey, a couple of the other highways. There's room for forgiveness if you're in the leftmost easy pass lane. You can get over to the right. Maybe it's not pretty, but Staten Island doesn't let you do that. You have to magically know where you're going before the toll plaza, right, which doesn't make any sense.
Like everywhere in New York.
So of course we're in the wrong lane, and we end up blowing past a whole strip of service road that had 3 bus stops on it, and people are starting to get ticked at him. They're starting to shove their phones in his face, saying like, "Look, like here's the stop. It says it online." And he's like, "I'm sorry. I'm so sorry." And he finally he gets off at an exit he's not supposed to. He pulls over on the service road, and he just opens the bus door. It's not even a bus stop. This kid could probably get fired for that alone. It's in the middle of like some grassy divider on the service road. So cars are like flying by, and I just grabbed Liz by the arm. I said, we're getting off right now. We're nowhere near our stop. We're getting off right now. We're calling a cab to take us the rest of the way. And like we got off the cab, we got off the bus, and our we hit solid ground with our feet, and we just hugged each other. I was so terrified. And then he closes the door, and then he heads right back on the highway. I don't think he was supposed to do that.
What?
I think he was supposed to continue on the service road. But that bus, there must have been 40 people on that bus. It's absolutely packed, and I don't know how that story ends. But that's how it ends for me.
Awesome.
It was just the most terrifying, most interesting experience I've ever had to go through.
So good.
In public transportation, and I have a lot of public transportation stories. That's top of the list for me.
Awesome. Oh man.
Yeah.
Quite the adventure. Freaking Chris.
That's right. He's a bus driver. So's Igor. That makes
You
sense.
You got to tell Chris an abbreviated version of that.
Well, anytime I see a bus do something stupid, or anytime I see a bus in general, I just go, friggin' Chris. Even if it's a movie and it's just a random bus crashing. I'm trying to make it a thing because I think it bothers him.
It's like, dude, we're watching Speed. Fucking Chris.
Yeah.
It worries me more that Igor is a driver. It's really terrifying. Like, it's just scary. There's nothing else to say besides it's scary. And does it bother Chris that him and Igor are coworkers?
Is he still?
I don't know.
I mean, it bothered him when they were in the same depot.
Oh man, gotta love it. I'm tired. Sorry. My screen is frozen on Matt, like half like laughing, half looking creepy. I need to try to get a picture before it comes back. This is awesome. Are you guys there? Am I talking to myself? Hello.
What happened, Brian?
Well, hotels do this really dumb thing where when you like sign into the internet, you have 24 hours, then you have to re-sign in, and apparently I signed in 24 hours ago.
You didn't lose that whole call now, did you?
No, we're good. Maybe. Yeah, we're good.
Well, now that we're back, that's about all we have for tonight.
It's true though.
Yeah.
It is.
It was a little longer than usual, I think.
Yeah, you can always hit us on Twitter. I'm at AEJ Costanzo. Brian is at Big_Bruins. Matt is at Matt_in_limbo. The email is sspodcast1@gmail.com. Go ahead, Brian. Interrupt me.
I'm not even joking. I was just saying to myself, I'm gonna sit here and not say a word.
You probably no. What you would have done if I didn't say that is you would have been like, hey, look, I didn't say anything that time.
Probably.
You jerk.
Just finish ending it.
That's it. We're done.